Chloe, and we're back with another video. This is a Married at First Sight season 12 decision day. Y'all, we made it to decision day. Thank you all for rocking out this season, even when it felt like we wanted to give up, y'all, because we definitely wanted to give up. I actually watched this, and that for once out of like the last couple of episodes, y'all know we've been dreading watching Married at First Sight. But last night I was so excited. I was glad we had that week off, and I was like, the chat was lit, y'all. We had so much fun in chat. I promise you I'm going to miss our Married at First Sight chats. I promise you I really am. But let's get into this review. So, 8 weeks is up, and now it's time to make the decision to stay married or not. The dramatics of it all, just like this episode. But anyway, Ryan and Clara go first, y'all. And let me just say, Clara's dress was nice. I liked the pink with the sleeves, the bell. I enjoyed her outfit. It felt like Clara to me. It felt like the Clara before Ryan sucked all the energy out of her. You know, I liked it, okay? And Ryan looked nice, y'all. Don't come at me. Do not come at me, but I'm a sucker for a bow tie. Don't come at me, but I like the bow tie. It was a little big, but I like the bow tie. Anyway, y'all, before we get into their decisions, Dr. Viviana came to slay. Okay, the dress with the trim, the shoes, the stockings, the makeup, the hair, on point, everything on point. Almost made me forget that I didn't like her a little bit this season. Okay, almost. Anyway, Pastor Cal looked nice, okay? Pastor Cal looked like Pastor Cal, okay? Always looked sharp, so I wasn't mad at it, okay? Now, Dr. Pepper, y'all, Dr. Pepper looked real Dr. Pepper-ish, okay? Like, what more can I say? Dr. Pepper always looked like that. So I'm not mad at it. She's older. She lived her life. She ain't got nobody to impress. She still looked nice, but she wasn't, you know, all did up like Dr. Viviana. But anyway, y'all, that's the experts in their outfits. Let's get back to Ryan and Clara. Now, a sit down and Pastor Cal is basically, you know, talking about how, asking Ryan how he deal with Clara and all her spice because he's an alpha male. And I was like, yeah, he turned on his alpha male and sucked out all the energy from daggone Clara. Now Clara boring just like him, okay? That's what happened, okay? He took that girl energy, drained it, and tossed it out. Daggone Ryan and Clara. But anyway, Dr. Viviana asked Clara how has their communication affected their road to intimacy, okay? Because we know Clara ain't getting that. But anyway, Clara says that she just knows that they're taking it slower than a lot of other people have and things like that. But she's willing to wait a couple of months if she's going to be married for a lifetime. Pretty much, that's what sums it up. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, as much as she was frustrated and aggravated and vented and stuff like that, she really stuck it out. I don't think she was as honest as she could have been with Ryan, but it's over now, y'all. It's over, and she's willing to wait it out. No matter how long it takes, a couple of months ain't gonna be nothing to the lifetime that they have coming. Now, when Dr. Pepper starts asking Clara about what kind of words of affirmation do they use, and does she dare say the words "I love you"? Have they said "I love you" yet? Basically, when Clara starts to answer that question, Ryan cuts in and decides that he's going to answer this question, okay? You already know I'm not that comfortable with expressing my emotions and telling people I love them. It's a struggle I deal with on a daily, and it's something that I'm really working on. Okay, Ryan, sure. Whatever you say and your wife is fine with it, I'm fine with it at this point. You tell a woman you love her when you feel like saying you love her. We get it. We got it. Good. Okay? So now it's time to find out. Now it's time to make the decision whether or not to stay married. Now, y'all, when it came time to ask Clara, Clara says that this is the most healthy marriage she has ever been in. And I'm so glad that, you know, Ryan was a different type of guy than she's used to, and that she didn't allow them not being intimate right away push him away from her because she's so used to those guys just want to take from her body that she would have been distracted by everything else, okay? So I appreciate the fact that she realized that this has been a healthy relationship for her, okay? And of course, she wants to stay married. Now, when it comes to Ryan, y'all, I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not even going to lie. I was sitting on the edge of my seat because it honestly, even though deep down in my heart, okay, I knew he was going to say yes, but when it came to Ryan, I was starting to second guess myself, okay? I was saying like, why do I feel nervous? Why do I feel like he going to say no? Okay, Ryan starts going into this spiel, talking about some, I know what works for Ryan may not work for other people. It might only just work for Ryan. So I was like, ooh, where is this going, Ryan? Where is it going? But the editing was a little chopped and screwed, okay? Because obviously, Ryan is 150% sure that he wants to stay married to Clara. And you guys, toast to them. Congratulations. Pop the champagne. Poor Clara is going to be an old lady like Ryan. Do I see this marriage lasting? I actually can see them lasting. You want to know why? Because I feel like Clara will conform to whatever type of wife Ryan wants. And that's just that on that. So yes, they may last because Clara is willing to, do whatever Ryan wants her to do just to be married to this man. Because what works for Ryan works for Ryan. So when they sit there and they toast and champagne, they toast and pop the bottles of champagne and stuff like that, Pastor Cal was like, now go do what married people do. As if to say, finally, drop them drawers, Ryan, and get that girl some loving, okay? Clara was like, I know that's right. And we were I was like, I hope she got some, because Lord knows, if they ain't getting none after decision day, girl, you just ain't gonna get none. Okay, so I'm hoping that little surprise or announcement that they got to make at the daggone reunion is that Clara is pregnant, because that means that they done got busy. And I need for Clara to get some so she can let go of all that frustration she got. Okay? Okay. So now it's Jacob and Haley's time to make the decision. Dun, 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 dun. Like we really needed to watch them make a decision that we already knew the answer to. But anyway, let's go through it. Jacob looked really nice, okay? Jacob looked really nice. I like his suit top and his jeans. Did he have on the boots? I don't know. But I'm sure he did. I'm absolutely sure he did, but he did look nice, okay? Haley looked nice too with the black dress, the split, the hair, the makeup. She looked very pretty. It just sucks that her attitude sucks. So you kind of can't get the full effect of how beautiful she really looked that night, okay? When Jacob came in, he fist pumped, the experts or whatever. The energy was flowing, okay? When Haley walked in, it was like, dum, 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 dum. Drained out the whole room, okay? Everybody just looked like they just knew that this girl was full of BS, basically. Full of BS. Now, anyway, when they sit down, Dr. Viviana is asking, what have you learned from this process, basically? And Haley's like, she learned communication, okay? They turn the question back to Jacob. Jacob, what have you learned, okay? Jacob couldn't wait, y'all. It was like Jacob was ready to throw out all the tea on Haley, okay? He just couldn't wait to explain how she moved the seat from him on the plane, okay? He just takes any opportunity that he can to call Haley out on her BS. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I enjoy it. I absolutely enjoy it because I can see through her, and I'm glad that he can see through her and this fake act that she put on, okay? But anyway, Haley wants to talk about how this relationship was so draining, okay? How he always wanted to be so serious. He wanted to keep talking about the same stuff over and over again. Are you attracted to me? What do you like? Blah, 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 okay? So she felt like she was being drained. Jacob was like, first of all, I only asked you that one time. I was like, yo, whatever. Why are we sitting here going through this? Y'all know they not staying divorced. Stop playing. Y'all know they not staying married. I was just sitting there like, yo, Y'all crazy. Okay, Married at First Sight is playing games with us. Because Haley and Jacob, no matter where they at, what they doing, they gonna find a way to argue, okay? Because on decision day, when you don't even need to stay together no more, you ain't even gonna have to deal with each other no more, you still want to sit there and argue about he said, she said, what she did, what he did, back and forth. At the end of the day, y'all don't want to be together anyway. So just let it go. Okay, let the animosity, let the tension, just let it go. But anyway, Pastor Cal asks Jacob, what if Haley said, I don't want to get a divorce. I want to try and see if this could work. Okay? And I was sitting there like, okay, so basically you already told us that they said no. Why else would you bring up the scenario of what if Haley said, okay? But anyway, Jacob says, I would say you had 8 weeks to try. I said, that Jacob is so slick, yo. He is quick-witted, and I cannot blame him, okay? She say he don't have no sense of humor, or she don't understand his sense of humor. I get it, and it's hilarious. I promise you it's hilarious, okay? Now, Haley says that if she was to stay in this relationship, she would feel like she's settled. And I'm like, you know what? Haley, I can't blame you for how you feel in this marriage. But you at some point had to take responsibility for the part that you played in this. I'm 100% sure that you was not the perfect woman and everything was wrong with Jacob. Take some responsibility in the part that you played in this marriage failing. I just don't understand. It's like she wants to make up this scenario that Jacob did all these things to her. Okay, maybe he did come a little too strong about the accusing of the ex of her, talking to somebody. But you was the one that left the man in the room while you was downstairs with the other couples having fun. Okay, when you was lying to him. So then he started making up all these assumptions. Not saying that it was right, but you gave him the room to believe, not to believe anything you said. You told the man you wasn't attracted to him after you had sex with him. Okay. Take some responsibility for your actions in this marriage. That's what bothers me with Haley. It's not the simple fact that she don't like him. It's not the simple fact that she's not attracted to him. It's the fact that she won't own up to her part of why this marriage failed. That's what bothers me about her. But anyway, we already know they not staying together. So I'm not going to waste no more time on that. We not popping no champagne over here tonight, okay? Because Haley going home and so is Jacob. And they not going together. And that's just that on that. Moving on. Y'all. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't think we was going to get Paige and Chris this early in the episode. I honestly thought we was going to get Paige and Chris at the end. I thought we was going to spend the last hour on Paige and Chris alone. But y'all, they done threw them right there in the middle and screwed it all up, okay? I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this yet. I don't know if I'm ready for this yet. But we here. So let's get into it. Paige looked nice. Paige's dress was nice. Okay. Now, okay. Now, anyway, when Paige comes in, they welcome her, air hugs and everything. It's a whole mood, okay? No one cares about Chris when he comes in because, honestly, no one likes him, and that's just that on that, okay? When Paige sits down, Pastor Cal's like, you look beautiful. I was like, that's right, Pastor Cal. Damage control for y'all sitting there letting Chris come in there and call a girl ugly. Thank you for telling her she looked beautiful, okay? Validation. Anyway, so Paige is sitting there talking about how she felt God put them in this process for a reason, but she never really felt valued and respected, and that him having a baby was just too much. Dr. Viviana says, why did you keep going back, Paige? Why did you keep going back? I say, yes, that's the question we all want to know. Why did you keep going back, okay? She said she was confused and she kept falling in love with the idea of being married. That in that process, she was losing herself. She was so obsessed with the idea of just being married that she didn't realize what she was doing to herself. And I was like, I'm glad you had that self-reflection and you're willing to take the steps to fix it, okay? Dr. Pepper asked Chris, what would he do different in this process if he had a chance to, okay? Chris is like, oh, I would have moved in because that's when all the stuff, started going wrong. I actually would have went through with the process the way it was supposed to. So then, y'all, he turns to Paige and he goes, you're the best thing I never cherished. And how she's everything he ever wanted in a wife. He is sorry, and she was what he needed, and he just didn't see it. But Paige, y'all, I appreciate that. I really needed to hear that. For what? For what? For what? What did you need to hear that for? Girl, say no, move on. You gonna let that man sit there and sweet talk you? After everything he done did to you, you gonna sit there and let that man sweet talk you? You're the woman I never got to cherish. You're the one I got away. Oh my God. Like, you're the woman that I really, really needed. Chris, was you not the same one that sat in front of Pastor Cal, told him that she looked okay? You could have hooked me up with all the women in the world, all these beautiful queens, black queens, Latino queens, white queens, and yet you gonna give me her. Now, you want to sit up here and play this game? Don't do it. Do not do it. And Paige just gonna sit there and talk about something. I appreciate that. I really needed to hear that. Girl, no, you didn't. Because you're not strong enough to hear Chris say absolutely anything positive to you because you take it and run. The man give you an inch, you take a mile. The experts are sitting there like, Pastor Cal was like, Dr. Viviana was like, I was like, what is going on? The foolishness of it all. But anyway, okay. Then he says that, Mercedes had a miscarriage. And, he starts breaking down crying. And I'm going to say this, y'all. I'm sorry to sound insensitive to the fact that Mercedes had a miscarriage. But I'm going to just say this, okay? This is why you back, Chris. You came back because you realized that what you thought what you was about to have, you ain't really about to have. Now you want to be back in Paige's face. Oh, I'm really sorry. You're the woman I always wanted. No, no, no. Once again, you get up, you storm out crying about Mercedes when this is about Paige. Stick to the task at hand. Decision day. Say no and leave. Then go cry in your car about Mercedes, okay? He goes out. She chases after him. Oh, my God, did he leave? He's where? What? Now that he's sitting in the car crying and she's sitting next to him. He crying with no tears, of course, because that's a Chris thing to do, okay? Now he's sitting there talking about something. This not even about that. It's about everything. Like, I don't want nobody, like, everybody was hating me. I had to keep my guard up. That's why I want to go through all of this. Where's the tears, sir? Where's the tears? I want to feel the emotion that you're trying to portray. And she's just sitting there looking stupid, holding it and comforting him. For what? That's not your husband. That's not your friend. After he humiliated you, embarrassed you, manipulated you on TV, you still want to run after this man and comfort him? Y'all, what got me was, though, they get out the car like they about to go in there and they going to shut this down and they not going to make a decision, right? Chris like, you cold? You cold? No, for real, you cold? The whole time, she's like, yes, I'm freezing. I'm freezing. Not once did he take that jacket off until they got inside the freaking building. Remember in the rant, I said, what she got his coat for, okay? She got his coat for when they was walking outside when she was freezing. He decided he was going to give it to her when they got inside the building where it wasn't freezing anymore, okay? And she going to walk in with a smile on her face looking like Boo Boo the Fool with the jacket wrapped around her, going to sit down, put it around her neck, her lap. Girl, you just about as dumb as they come, child. That whole scene had me worked up because I was like, you got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. Now, when they sit back on the couch, Paige is talking about, like, this just makes me think because, like, her having the baby was what caused, like, you know, a marriage not to work. Pastor Cal was like, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't y'all have problems before we found out she was pregnant? Hence, he wasn't attracted to you? I know, but I feel like it probably could have played out a little different. Shut up. Shut up, Paige. Shut up. Okay? They talking about, oh, you got to make a decision. She want to break down. Oh, this is just too much for me to handle. It's just too much for me to handle. Chris gets up, walks out after her, okay? You want to go home? We could go home. Take off our mics. Take off our mics. We could go home. Oh, no. Paige said, I want to talk to the producers. I want to talk. Can we talk? Can we talk? So she goes over to the side and she's having that conversation. Killed whatever Chris thought he was about to do. Because Chris thought he was going to come in there, do all this dramatic stuff, and him and Paige was going to walk out. Absolutely not, okay? Because Paige got some sense, just a little bit, may not be a lot, but she know that he's manipulating her, okay? She's been through this time and time again to know that it's some BS, okay? She just has to figure out how to deal with it. She goes and sits down to the producer. She's telling them, like, I feel like I'm being stupid. I'm trying to figure out what's real and what's not. All of it's not, Paige. All of it's not. Okay, Pastor Cal going over to Chris. You need to make a decision. You need to be responsible for yourself. You need to be responsible for her. You need to make a decision. Whispering in his ear. I'm like, don't whisper in his ear nothing. Nothing. The decision should be break up. You do not need to be married. I'm not going to sit here and play games with them. Not going to sit here and play games with them. Like the producer says, if that was your decision when you came here, why are you going to try to change it now? He already said that he came in with the intent not to stay married. She came in with the intent not to stay married. He sit there, come in there and play all these little games, drop all this little stuff in her ear like he always do. Right after he do some BS, oh, I'm scared to fall in love with you. And she sit there and drop the draws. He almost did it a freak again. Okay, they come back in, sit back down on this couch, y'all. Now, y'all, I'm not going to go through this scene exactly because I already saw the scene. I already did a rant on that scene. If you didn't see the rant on that scene, go check it out, okay? Go check it out. It's the preview day of Decision video where that I went on a rant about this little part of the daggone episode, okay? But what I am going to say is that when they was both going back and forth about each other and how they can't make a decision, okay, Dr. Viviana said, oh, no, you are going to make a decision, okay? Because now I feel like you doing this to play with her and you doing this to play with us. And I was like, thank you, Dr. Viviana, thank you. Because at this point, what he doing is causing a mockery. He's up here showing his ASS and everybody sitting here trying to figure out what's going on, okay? Chris up there talking about something, I'm not going to sit up. Oh, no, y'all. Chris sat up. Okay, now he want to put a little tone in his voice. Oh, because I'm not going to do what y'all say. Y'all can't make me do anything. But where was all that energy? Where was all that confidence when you was over there trying to express to your wife how she's the woman you need? You was over there mumbling. Now you want to man up, say it with your chest to Dr. Viviana. Sit down because you look stupid. He was mad that he got called out on his BS. He's trying to do something different. He want to be the first person to be undecided. Get out of here, Chris. Get out of here. Y'all, it all really came down to the fact that Paige made the decision to choose herself. Okay, she said, I almost fell back into that little thing that I've been doing for the whole time, going back and forth with the hopes that maybe this could work. But I choose me. I said, thank you, Paige. Choose you for once. For how long? I don't know. But let's just bask in a moment of you choosing you right now. Even though I know you're going to go home with him later on and he's going to be at your house, hitting that. Let's just live in the moment. The moment of Paige chose herself. So y'all, now it's the next day. Now what bothered me about this, and I'm going to say this, I know that they probably wasn't supposed to be in that session with Paige and Chris for 6 hours. So they were supposed to start doing the other couples, okay? But because Paige and Chris took 6 hours, they still had to film the other couples, but it was the next day. But my thing is, if you're going to show us it's the next day and tell us it's the next day, then let them people change their clothes. I mean, why not? Like, why not let them people change their clothes? You got them people in it the next day with the same makeup, the same clothes, the same everything for what? Y'all playing games, okay? If you was going to let us know it's the next day, just let them people change their clothes. But anyway, y'all, Pastor Cal says that he can't be more mad at Chris than Paige can. I said, that's right, okay? She ain't mad. You ain't got to be mad either. She the one that got to live with it and go through it. They talking about I never want to see a marriage ending divorce. Oh, yes, you do. That's the one you hope ending divorce. That's the one. If no other one, that one. Okay. Okay, y'all. So now it's time for Eric and Virginia. Now, Eric looks like Eric, he got his suit on. I feel like I've seen Eric in the suit plenty of times that it just looks normal, okay? Virginia looked cute with her cute little flowy blue dress or whatever the case may be. I'm not really sure if I was feeling the makeup. Her hair was straight like Virginia mostly wears it. So, but overall, she looked cute, okay? Now, Eric is sitting there on the couch and he's just talking about he wasn't 100% sure of what Virginia's answer would be today, because he knows that he's not her number one, okay? He knows he's not number one in her life. And I'm like, I wish you would tell us who number one is by now, okay? Because they was like, who is number one then? And I was like, me too, I want to know. Let us know, okay? Apparently, he knows that her group of friends are number one. And he wants to be her number one. Virginia says, it comes from her being independent. She really wants to need him, but it's just something that she's working towards, okay? He just says like, Virginia is my number one. I put her first before everything, and I want that in return. I don't want to be hurt again. I can't take being hurt again. I'm like, what happened in that marriage now? Because this is intense for me, okay? Eric was really like going through it, and I want to know like what he do to that woman for her to leave him, for him to be hurt. Now it's time to decide whether or not they're going to stay married or not. And Eric pulls out, first of all, Eric gets down on one knee and pull out a plastic pink ring with no diamond, no gem, no rock, not even metal, not even gold, not even silver, a plastic pink ring for what? For what? Virginia looked at him and I was like, oh, say no just because the ring. The ring symbolizes that you think she's a child, okay? Where'd you get that from? The bubblegum machine? Don't ever, okay, pull out no pink little flimsy ring and try to re-propose to me on Married at First Sight on national TV when the ring that they gave you to give me is better than the one that you on your knee with. Sir, no. Absolutely not. Keep that one, I keep this one, and go on with our happy lives, okay? But overall, Virginia says yes. Of course she will. The joke is that Virginia only said yes because she was ready to drink some champagne, okay? She know that if we don't say yes, we don't pop no bottles. So I'm going to say yes so we can pop this bottle and move on. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. It just felt like the right thing to say at the time, okay? But congratulations to Eric and Virginia. I hope he don't have you trapped in the basement, in the closet one day in the future, okay? Y'all might not make it that long, but it is what it is at this point. Congratulations. Moving on. So y'all, now it's time for Bree and Vincent, okay? Now, Bree came to slay, okay? The hair, the press out, okay? The red dress with the low drop, okay? She looked nice. I'm not gonna hold you. Now, Vincent, on the other hand, looked like he was ready to pop right out, okay? The button probably was gonna pop, hit you in the eye, okay? Like I said in my rant about Vincent, if you didn't go see it, go see it. When you sit down, sir, you're supposed to unbutton the button so that you don't look like you're about to choke. Anyway, now, Vincent starts talking about how Brianna is kind, but she's bossy, and her being direct is rude and things like that. And I'm just sitting here like, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this, okay? Brianna says that she knows that she can be bossy and a little direct and stuff, and that's just her, and she's not going to change. And I'm sitting here like, so where are we going with this? Because none of this sounds positive, okay? But somewhere in there, they clean it up about how she says he makes her want to be a better person, okay? And he says how she completes him, her and Cookie. And I'm sitting here like, okay, now we're going somewhere, okay? So they asked Brianna, do she want to stay married first? And she says this whole long speech, but overall she says yes, I would love to stay married with him and see where this relationship can take us. And then Vincent gets down and pulls out a cheesecake and asks Bree, will she stay married to him? I'ma just tell y'all, I'm a cheesecake girl. I love me some cheesecake. Plain. I don't need no dressings, no toppings, no strawberries, no nothing. I like my cheesecake plain and stiff, okay? That's how I like it, and it's the best. So I felt so happy for Bree to finally get that cheesecake instead of getting her braids cut. Okay? Finally, she got the cheesecake instead of the braids, okay? The fact that Vincent actually, thought about what she really wanted. He had to make up for cutting that braid, so he went and got the daggone cheesecake, and she was happy and crying about it. It was cute. It was adorable. I would be lying if I said I wasn't smiling through the whole thing. Congratulations, Bree and Vincent. I hope you guys actually make it. I think you guys, out of all these couples who will stay together, I'm going with Ryan and Clara, Vincent and Brianna. Eric and Virginia are not going to make it. Not going to make it. Doubt if they make it. Who do y'all think going to end up on Couples Cam, though? That's the real question. If not all three, which couple you think will actually make it to Couples Cam and survive? Let me know down below. So now it's time for all the couples / individuals to meet up, okay? And, talk about whether or not they stay married or not and stuff like that, okay? Now, Clara's joking about how she has a bedtime. Ha, 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 ha. Old lady. Told you Ryan's going to change her into an old lady, okay? Vincent brings up how he proposed to Brianna with a cheesecake, okay? Because, that was the nice thing to do. She wanted the cheesecake. I did that. Okay? Virginia's not bringing up the ring that he gave to her, but she did say that he proposed to her and that he asked her father for the permission, okay? She's not going to bring up the plastic ring, but he did ask my dad. Y'all, I can't, okay? Jacob still didn't learn anything from this experience, and Haley's still mad about that. Oh, you guys, this is just the perfect meetup for them all, isn't it? Okay? While Paige is sitting there talking about how, this has been a process for her, and how at one point she was actually thinking about saying yes. Doesn't that sound like the conversation you have with Paige, okay? Virginia said, I would like to know why you was thinking about saying yes. I say, it does not matter. This does not get old. Virginia's going to always ask the questions that everyone's thinking, but no one wants to actually answer, okay? She goes, it was just like the hope. He said some things that I choose not to discuss, but, it just had me all in my emotions. And then, doom, 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 doom. Chris walks in with a box. I don't know why he had that box, y'all. Because there was nothing in that box. He had on his church suit, his bishop little cross across the, looking stupid with the ankles out, y'all. I just can't, but it is what it is, okay? But I am going to say that when he sat down, he apologized to everyone about, you know, the way he handled the situation and how he was like, you know, interfering with all their marriages. He thanked them for supporting Paige and everything that was going on and stuff like that. And you know what? I almost felt like it could have been sincere, but knowing Chris, it's all for show, okay? It's all for show. It was just to clean up the environment, you know, to set the pace for the reunion. So now he could come to the reunion and finish out this season and get this money, okay? So I need to go in there, apologize, and be this man that I claim I am, okay? While he's sitting there talking about how he was guarded, okay, and how he's, you know, wish he would have went through the process and moved in, Paige is over there just getting wet. Just getting wet. And I was like, this girl gonna be sitting here falling for this man. They go home together tonight. They go home together tonight. She's talking about something. I just never really expected that for them to happen. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Don't start with me. Don't start with me. Because we already know Paige is gonna go dip back in that Chris pool a few more times, and he gonna make her look stupid a few more times. And that's just that on you guys. I can't wait for the reunion. See you guys next week. We will have the open chat open. Okay. No, we do not watch. No, I do not stream the show. Okay. We watch the show in our own homes and we talk about it in the chat. That's what the chat is for. I may come in and say a few things here and there when things are happening, but initially it's just for us to discuss the episode while it's happening. So y'all stop being mad at me. So I can't hear nothing. I can't hear nothing. It's nothing for y'all to hear. But anyway, do not forget to like this video, comment down below, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace.